Sex education in schools has always been a controversial topic.
And right now in Massachusetts, tensions surrounding the issue are high as the state looks to keep up with changing times. John Maroney has details about curriculum changes there.
This will make for healthier results for young people around the state.
The state's Board of Education updating the way sex education is taught in the classroom. The first change in nearly 25 years.
We're looking to build a space for our kids to be healthy, to be safe, to feel welcomed.
The new guidelines come with a number of states around the country restricting classroom discussions about sexual orientation.
They want to be indoctrinating them from pre-K.
These protesters, candidates for the Boston City Council, were outside the Education Board offices in Malden.
They're way too young and impressionable. A 3-year-old should not have the burden on their mind of trying to decide what gender they are.
There will now be 4 levels of sex education starting in pre-K, where kids will hear about gender stereotypes. The difference between the sexes and gender identity become topics in the 3rd grade and sexual orientation in the 6th grade. The older high school kids will learn about condoms and birth control.
There is the ability for parents to opt out of the sexuality component of the health frameworks, should they so choose.
None of these updated guidelines are mandates. The school districts will have a say along with parents. Still, some believe the schools shouldn't be involved at all.
You have students who can barely read and write, do math. They're not proficient in anything else, but yet we seem to be going strong with this ideology.
That was NBC 10 Boston's John Maroney reporting. So what are the sex education guidelines schools follow here in Maine? Well, schools are required to teach sex education through their course on comprehensive family life education. It must emphasize abstinence and is required to include instruction on consent. The course is not required to include topics on sexual orientation or gender identity. Parents and guardians are allowed to remove children from the class.